JJ, there were the early turnovers, but was there anything in the first quarter you noticed, or energy-wise, or kind of Cleveland's aggressiveness that you didn't see matched and that carried forward from that point on?
Yeah, they're a really good basketball team. They spread you out, and they have guys with some pop, with Garland and Mitchell, and certainly Levert and Ty Jerome played great. It's good to see him healthy. I think we just kind of got punched in the mouth a little bit, but when you play good teams, you can't afford a lot of mistakes. We made a lot of mistakes. Simple stuff sometimes, low man, rotations, not executing our switches early. They did a lot of things that forced us into those mistakes, but you play a good basketball team, you can't make that many mistakes. And we got down early and just couldn't recover. And frankly, you get down early and then you are at a deficit with turnovers. They had 17 more scoring opportunities. They generated 13 more threes. They beat us plus 33 in the three-point battle. It was like, we had the lowest crash rate of the season. We had our highest limbo rate of the season. I was like, it's not a winnable game if you do those things. Turn the ball over 20-plus times. Not going to win those games. It's just math. So.
When it's that clear and that distinct, you're thinking about when you're going to the next game. Do you focus on this game, the film, and everything, or is there a part of it that you wash if the effort just wasn't good enough all around?
We're gonna have to watch this film. I mean, just based on the travel, we'll be able to do that. So.
JJ, how was AD look like at some point? He was limping. AR took a knee. Anything of any concern with either of those guys?
I haven't got an update on either of those guys.
One of the things that you've always said about your team is you've always liked their level of compete. Disappointing tonight to see that kind of maybe vaporize a little bit underneath what Cleveland did.
Yeah, I don't know that it was that. Again, Garland and Mitchell off the dribble gave us a lot of problems. So, you certainly can ask and want to have a little more pride on the basketball. I don't think the focus and attention to detail of what we were trying to do was great tonight. It didn't feel like it was an effort thing or a competitiveness thing. It was just kind of a regress, if that makes sense, to a lot of the stuff that we talked about this morning and pregame and some of the stuff we've talked about all season. I think that's where you kind of have to say, okay, we need to reemphasize some things and refresh some things, reteach some things, whatever it may be.
With the game out of hand in the fourth quarter, you put Bronny James in. Obviously, this fan base appreciates the James family. They were calling for it a lot of the second half. Just what'd you make of his minutes and him scoring his first bucket back here?
Yeah, I told him congrats. It's a big deal to score your first NBA points, and the fact that he did it back here in Cleveland was cool. I guess that was a bright spot, Dave.
JJ, looking bigger picture with some of the trends from tonight, Kenny had said pregame that they felt they had to attack you guys in transition because of how good your half-court defense is. So I guess with that kind of context, like, what do you feel like the transition defense is at currently, and how do you feel like it can improve?
You have to stay out of limbo, number one, and your offense has to help your defense. So if you turn the ball over and you're not getting back, your transition defense is going to suck.